Sermon 63 of Nahjul Balagah. Reminds us that God is beyond time. There's nothing before, nothing after, and God regards each point of the timeline. And all of the individuals are small compared to Allah, the singular and definitive term for ultimate divinity. And some people have abilities and some people lack abilities. And everything other than God has limits placed on things. Like, even if you look at the qualities, there's not any being that manifests all those qualities. Even when you have an angel, over an entire planet bigger than this planet sort of thing, you don't have these qualities. There's a limit in terms of that being's overseeing of any particular quality. And everything was created to be under the authority of a God who, doesn't slumber, doesn't sleep, as the verse says. And so there's not a separation. People try to limit God in terms of space and say, well, God's in heaven, or God's the nearest. Only. Well, both are said, so we understand both. Letter 63 was to Abu Musa Ash'ari, governor of Kufa. And it was found out that Abu Musa Ash'ari was discouraging people from joining the Battle of Jamal. Now, like other things, that battle wasn't exactly started by Ali. Now, in reference to it, one could say that, as that one verse in Surah 4 indicates, and some of the sayings of the Prophet and all that indicate, that the people who repented of opposing Ali, well, they certainly even could have returned to being believers. Because some of them very publicly did. Aisha definitely publicly turned against her actions there and turned back and made peace with Ali and all that. And we should disregard, people who merely have their own opinion. I'm not sure which word we're using here to render heretics, but those who merely have their own opinion, it's like, that doesn't matter, And we want to be the sort that if people look at what is actually good and true, if they look straight to the revelation and judge us, well, they're not going to have a case against us. And we certainly want to strive for our share of this world. And we should have the mental resolve for that. But what is ours also includes, with the right. And wrongful hope is of the most serious of calamities, and we need to fix that in ourselves. Saying 63 can be bounced off the idea of praying for others. Because when people pray for us, it is, it helps out the seeker. One of the things that I pray here, and, they're not entirely private spaces because I will open them to people who will follow the rules of the place, even if they're just going to be a witness, or let them stand outside the space, like, closer to the fireplace, the wood stove thing here. So I pray, oh God, please protect me and this place and these things so that people may be guided towards good and truth and away from evil and ignorance, and help it keep us from wasting our time is a common thing I supplicate. And when you say something over and over again, you definitely try to mean it. People even act like, oh, that's just, there's 3 words in a particular chant, and they're set in a pattern, but, it's like, well, if you mean it and understand it every time, it's something you can say every day, many, many times. And same thing with a lot of stuff. You can repeat things over and over and over and over again. But see, I pray for everyone who's a witness to my media, who's a witness to the places and the things of which I employ my spirituality, that they be guided. And being guided, of course, using the Arabic phrases in the Quran, is those who aren't guided, while they're receiving good guidance, they're just not acting on it.